neighborhood, kids were always flipping, doing acrobatics. Lots of kids in the neighborhood would just come to this vacant lot and have a flip off. Go into empty grass and flip against each other. I started to make sense and I started to understand like different acrobatic movements. And so at a very young age, I was attracted to acrobatics, not even knowing that it would take me somewhere in the future.
Circus is really important to people for the same reason that all kids like superheroes and that we as humans have always looked up to gods, because circus people have superhuman powers. They literally defy gravity. They talk to animals. They do all these things that seem impossible, but they're also human. I fell in love with circus in college. I wrote to 50 different circuses, and nobody wrote me back except for one person. And it was a Methodist reverend who ran a youth circus. He got young people from all across the country, brought them together to Washington, D.C., created a show, and then we would go into towns and perform it. But every town we went into, we also went to a place that couldn't come to us. Homes for senior citizens, homes for the mentally ill, prisons. That was a form of social circus in terms of using circus arts with a very specific intention. I came back from that and I said, this is it. This is what I want to do with my life. So I started teaching. Circus Harmony is a social circus based in St. Louis. We use circus arts to motivate social change. And we do it by building character in individuals and building bridges between communities. In the circus, you label yourself. Your neighborhood, your race, your religion, none of that matters. What matters is what you bring to the ring.
Well, I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, the area called Walnut Park. And as a kid, you don't know anything else but the things you see. It was normal to hear gunshots. It was normal to hear that another friend was shot and killed or whatever. I joined circus when I was 11, but I was already 1 foot in the door of joining the gang, because you really had to. Jessica was the director of Circus Harmony. I had to adjust to someone telling me what to do. I had to adjust with working with the other people. I wasn't okay with a white woman telling me what to do, and I would quit. I realized I did a stupid thing, a big mistake, and I would go back.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy Circus Harmony. Grazioso.
My first shows, I think I had so much energy, and I felt that I was a different person. I was able to be the person that I really wanted to be at home with no one judging me. I felt that I can be super excited, energetic, because it all helped me in the ring. I honestly can't tell you when I joined the game. My uncles were in the gang, my brothers were in the gang.
So this is my room.
I'm old enough to go out and stand on the streets. I guess I'm in this gang. I really found a different life with circus, but it was always trying to balance out the two. Who am I really? Is it to do circus and escape, or this is my future, being a gangbanger? It was my junior year of high school where I completely quit circus. I got into a huge gang fight at school. I got expelled. I was just so out of it. It took my friend getting shot and killed. I just said, I can't do it. I don't want to be another statistic. ENC, École Nationale de Cirque, located in Montreal, Canada, and it's probably the best circus school you can attend. I trained my butt off for 1 year. I became so much better as a man in that 1 year than I have all 18 years before that.
To think of him going and auditioning, that is harder to get into than Harvard or Yale.
It was a week-long audition, then I waited a whole month to get the final results if I was accepted or not. I actually didn't have my email address, so I gave them Jessica's. It was April Fool's, and she said, I got the email from ENC, are you sitting down? I said, yes. She said, you didn't make it. And I just sat down, I'm like, okay. She said, I'm sorry, I'm kidding, you made it. And
And he got in. It's amazing.
It felt like home because I knew that this was the beginning to something amazing. So I'm currently with Cirque du Soleil, the show called Lucia. It's the best feeling in the world when someone in the audience can connect to you through the art that you portrayed on stage.
To see someone that you know has been through so much on that stage with those costumes and that lighting, but it's that person being miraculous. I'm so proud of him. And he comes back and works with the kids.
To do a social circus and help kids that really, really need help, I'm forever in debt to Jessica and all of the coaches at Circus Harmony.
Not all of my students are going to go on to Cirque du Soleil. That's not the intention of this work. But for the time when they're in the circus, there's that time when 200, 1,000 people are standing and cheering for them. And they had that moment. They know that they are worthy.
I feel special, really special.